Hello, I'm Brian Fox. Welcome to I Hate Rock Music. This is another in my series about jazz power trios that most rock fans can enjoy. And a very obvious example is the group known as Trio of Doom. And so the Mahavishnu Orchestra, basically a spin-off of John McLaughlin's work with Miles Davis, and he created an ultimate electric jazz rock group. And most rock fans are familiar with them, and certainly a lot of rock fans really enjoy the Mahavishnu Orchestra, and well, they should. Once again, the kind of playing and the centering in on an astonishing guitar player really makes them something that definitely can appeal to the palate of a rock listener. And so Trio of Doom was an ultimate lineup, three giants in the field of music and certainly in the field of jazz, and that's John McLaughlin, Jaco Pastorius, and Tony Williams. Tony Williams, of course, has an immense amount of work in just the jazz field, but has ventured into rock. He was one of the original people that was involved with Miles Davis and ended up forming a group called Tony Williams Lifetime, and they were one of the first jazz rock bands, and that was Tony Williams, Larry Young, and John McLaughlin. And then on their second album, Jack Bruce got involved. So once again, a big connection between rock and jazz, having somebody like Jack Bruce in there. And interestingly, of course, Tony Williams' Lifetime, on their second album, Turn It Over, with the addition of Jack Bruce, they became a jazz rock band with a singer. And in that kind of context, you need somebody like Jack Bruce, who's not only a bass player who's capable of playing jazz, but someone who's capable of singing to jazz and more complicated arrangements. But Trio Doom only had a few bits of material out there, but then they collected everything they recorded, some couple live things, and then a few attempts in the studio to play together in 1979. And it's great stuff. It's unfortunate that we didn't end up with a whole lot more from the Trio of Doom because it's such a magical combination. But John McLaughlin, of course, is astounding, as is Jaco Pastorius, one of the geniuses of bass players. And Tony Williams is a powerhouse drummer and certainly a jazz drummer that definitely can deliver the goods as far as just sheer power in a jazz or a rock situation. We also know Jimi Hendrix jammed with John McLaughlin and jammed with Tony Williams. And once again, that connection between rock and jazz, particularly when you get in through the 70s, there's a lot of musicians like that that are trying to find some middle ground between rock and jazz because they saw the affinities once electricity was introduced. Of course, it changed the whole field. The idea of having electric instruments in jazz now is just completely accepted, and there's hundreds of bands that utilize that format. But really wonderful that the Trio of Doom got together. It's kind of a dream band, and as I said, it's unfortunate we don't have a lot of material by them, but what there is great. It would have to be great. Three of the top improvisers in a jazz format. And it's definitely jazz. I could see if they had recorded more stuff in the studio, they probably would have ended up being a little bit more like Mahavishnu Orchestra, where the rock elements are really a strong component. But if you haven't heard them, check them out. I'll put the link below. Really incredible group, incredible players, and that's what we see in a lot of jazz power trios. Just sheer amount of technical ability is wonderful, and then the fact that they play with such intensity and such volume makes them a band that definitely rock fans would enjoy. I'm Brian Fox. Thanks for watching I Hate Rock Music.